Luc Bouchard with Solve Act Life Coaching Services. I've been a certified life skills coach for 22 years and I specialize in men's issues and men's egos. Today is the 18th day of the 72-day challenge. We're in week 3 and the weekly theme is ego. The daily focus is men in relationships and the topic of the day is men co-signing each other's bullshit. Welcome. How are you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in. So I've noticed as a man and as a life skills coach that there's this code of behavior that men engage in. And that code of behavior has to do with silence and acquiescing and basically agreeing with our friends' behaviors through our silence. And there are, as far as I can figure out, there's 3 reasons why men will co-sign each other's bullshit. And I'll tell you more about what I mean by co-signing each other's bullshit, but I just want to, first of all, point out the 3 reasons. A, they want their friends to basically agree when they act badly. B, they want their friends to like them. Or C, the combination of both. So what I mean by co-signing each other's bullshit is that when men act badly and they engage in bad behavior, such as aggression or violence or drinking excessively or being rude or ignorant, anything that's just like not okay, and their friends are quiet around it or participate, that's co-signing behavior. And it's either because you want them to co-sign your bad behavior or you want them to, like you. Men will basically engage in this behavior in different ways, and there's a continuum. On one end of the continuum, they will avoid their friends' behaviors. So they know that if their friends are going to go out drinking, they don't want to go be around them because they just don't like what they see. So they're not going to go out drinking with their friends. So they'll make up reasons why they're not going to go out, but they won't say, I'm not going out because you're an asshole when you drink. So they'll avoid. Then the next one is that they actually will ignore. And then from ignoring, they go to tolerating. And then from tolerating, they engage in encouraging. And then the last one on the other end of the continuum of co-signing each other's bullshit is participating in it. And we do it because we want to be liked, or we want people to, our friends to do it with us. And I can't help but think about what I talked about yesterday, and that was the 2 golf guys, the guys that were hitting golfs into the river valley where there were cars and bike paths and walking paths. And yesterday I spoke about the guy that I actually talked to. But it was interesting, his friend, who was very happy to ignore the confrontation that was going on between me and his friend, and he was just kind of fading into the background doing his own thing. Because he certainly didn't come over and justify the behavior, and he was just in the background. And I really wonder about how much he was co-signing his friend's bullshit, and by being there and just kind of acquiescing through it, and if he really wanted to be there. And I'm reminded, when I think of that, of a book by Barbara Colarasso. And she wrote a very important book, and it was The Bully, The Bullied, and The Bystander. And what she talks about in this book is that in social situations where there's bullying going on, that the bullier cannot engage in this behavior unless there is agreement from the bystanders to do it. And if the bystanders would actually stand up and say, no, you need to stop this, the bullying wouldn't go on. So I think it's appropriate for the topic in regards to that when we are quiet with our male friends acting badly, when we acquiesce, through silence, which is agreeing, basically we're sending a very clear message that it's okay. And if you're under the impression that you're sending a message through your silence, you're not. The message you're sending through your silence is it's okay. If you don't agree with the behavior, and I see a lot of men that are not okay with their friends' behaviors, but don't say anything. They just kind of go along with it. And again, it's, well, you either want them to agree with your bad behavior, or you want to be liked by them. And I'll challenge them. Why is their opinion of you more important than your opinion of yourself? You're not okay with him treating his wife this way or acting that way. How come you're not saying anything? It's because you want to be liked, or you want them to basically agree with your behavior. And men, we need to start calling each other on it. We need to stop being quiet. We need to stop agreeing through our silence. And every time our friends talk about aggressive or violent behavior towards women, we need to say, that's not okay. It's embarrassing how men act. As a man, it's embarrassing. And we need to step up and go, what do you think you're doing to your children when you act that way? We need to stop this code of silence and think that we're going to make the world a better place, because we're not. And this has been going on forever. So I'm challenging you to be better men. I'm challenging you to think about the people that are affected by men's aggression and men's violence, and to speak up. By the numbers. When we're quiet around our friend's bad behavior, we're condoning it or acquiescing through silence. We engage in bad behavior on the continuum of either avoiding it to the other end of actively participating in it. And by not saying anything, we're as guilty as doing it. And I ask you, what do you deserve in your life? What kind of relationships do you deserve in your life? And are you really okay when you see your friends act this way? I don't think you are. If you're watching this video, I would really say you're not. The men that need to see this and hear this probably won't be watching this video, and that's okay. But it's got to change. Luc Bouchard with Solve Act Life Coaching Services. I've been a certified life skills coach for 22 years, and I've engaged in a lot of my own bad behavior, and I've seen a lot of bad behavior that I've just been quiet and not said anything. And I know it's a challenge, but I have to live within my own skin, and so do you. So I hope you have a great day, and tomorrow is video 19, and I'll talk to you soon. You take care.